Hi everyone. I am Hardik Lashkari, content writer and founder of a content marketing agency. And today, on behalf of In Campus, I am live with all you guys. So, thank you first of all, In Campus, Ayush, Kunal, for inviting me today to discuss about content writing and content marketing, which is something which is really very important for people to understand. Which is very important for people to understand also, that how does content marketing work, content writing works, and how you can actually turn content writing into a sustainable business career for yourself. Because writing is something that a lot of people do, but many a times people don't understand what it takes to become a successful writer, to start writing for the clients and get some very high paying clients for in your portfolio also. So before we start and I tell you how to make content writing career, what are the things that you should take care of when you are writing content for your clients, something about myself and something that why should you hear to me for next 40 minutes or 35 minutes, whatever the time we will be together. So I started my journey as a freelancer, and I'm not someone who comes from English literature background. Like many of you who must be listening to me, I come from a very diversified background. I come from a chartered accountancy background. So I was doing chartered accountancy course. I had already cleared two levels, and till then I had no idea that I am going to be a content writer. Um, I'll tell you. So till 10th class, in 10th class I scored a meager 56% in my English. So like many of you who are listening to me, I was not at all good at English. I hated writing even a paragraph, and those essays in 12th standard, I hated writing the most. I just could not skip the questions because those were important. But other than that, I had no such interest in writing. I had interest in numbers and in accounting and all, and that is why I chose chartered accountancy. But in 2013, to be very precise, I started writing. So back then on Facebook, like whoever joined Facebook in 2013, there was something called as notes. Like what is articles right now on LinkedIn, where you can publish those long form content. You could do similar kind of thing on Facebook also. So I started writing those notes, and since I belong to Jaipur city, so I started writing about Jaipur city on Facebook on those particular notes. From where a local newspaper of Jaipur, Rajasthan Patrika, which is a Hindi newspaper, they picked up one of my articles and asked me that, Hardik, we want to publish this article into newspaper. Will you allow us? And they paid a very meager amount for me. Like I was paid 100 rupees for a 1,000 words article from Rajasthan Patrika, but I was still very happy because publishing getting published in a newspaper is itself a very big achievement, which I used to think back at that time. So I told them that okay, you can publish my article in Rajasthan Patrika, and then after that, in a span of about 2 months, they published two more articles in Rajasthan Patrika, and that's where a software company noticed it. So the software company reached out to me and they asked me that, Hardik, we want you to write articles for our company. I said okay, not an issue, I can write that. And they told me that they are going to pay me 30 paisa per word. So you can remember from where did I start each and everything. So I was paid 30 paisa per word, but I was still very happy because I thought that okay, this is not something I want to do for the rest of my life. I am already into chartered accountancy. It's just something that will help me. That will help me earn some pocket money. So I started writing for that software company, worked for a good 6 months for them, and earned a very decent amount of money. And then a couple of other companies also reached out to me saying that, Hardik, we want you to write articles for our company. That's how I began into freelance writing. So before like writing for that newspaper, I did not even know what does freelance writing mean. So I'm sure many of you who are listening to me right now, who are watching me right now, you might also not understand what does freelancing writing mean, or is can you make a sustainable career out of content writing? Guys, I can definitely say that if I can make a career out of it, then you guys can definitely make a career. You just have to understand how to write content, how to reach out to the right set of clients, how to charge yourself, how to price yourself, how to build a personal brand, and you can definitely make a very sustainable career out of content writing. So those of you who are listening to me, if you want to make a career into content writing, comment that yes, I want to make a career. Comment yes or comment content writing, so that I can know how many of you are really serious about content writing. And meanwhile I'll just meanwhile I'll continue my journey. So yeah, uh, I worked for a good for some software companies, and that's when I realized that okay, there is a career out of content writing. And but I was still happy with chartered accountancy course, but slowly and gradually I decided that okay, I do not want to do chartered accountancy now, because it is not something that is going to feed me or it is going to keep me passionate for a lifetime. So then I dropped chartered accountancy course and started writing full time. So then I became a full-time freelance content writer, and that's how my journey into content writing started as a full-time profession. I worked for 3 years as a full-time freelancer, worked with almost uh, top media houses of India, worked with top startups of India. I also worked with a couple of clients in UK, US, Middle East, Australia as well. And then last year I set up my own content marketing agency called as Content Flavor. So right now I run a content marketing agency which caters to the needs of client across content writing, content marketing, and personal branding domain. We are working with some of the finest startups both in India as well as globally. Also, we have been working with companies in Middle East and less English renowned countries like Japan, Russia, uh, then a few companies in Gulf also. So overall, it's been a very fantastic journey for me so far. I wish to grow, and alongside my company also wishes to grow. But it's been a fabulous journey for me so far, and I can definitely tell you guys that guys, if I can make a career into content writing, uh, in spite of having I could not speak good in English. I could not write in English before. I hated writing those paragraphs and those essays. But if I can write 1,000 words article for my companies which they for my clients which they like, definitely you can also do. It's just that you need to understand how to start a career, how to start writing, how to see what your clients want, and then reach out to those particular clients who have huge budget, who know how to pay their content writers. And so from charging 30 paisa per word to my clients, now at present I charge up to 8 or 9 rupees per word also. Sometimes it even goes 13 rupees or 14 rupees per word also. So you can just imagine that what is the ladder that I have climbed so far in order to build my career into content writing. And as I could see, a lot of people have commented that yes, they want to become a content writer, but they do not know how to go into content writing, or what should we take care of, what are the different things, what are the websites where we can search clients, what should we do in order to make our portfolio. So I'm going to tell you all those things today. If you have any particular questions, if you already know something about content writing and you want me to answer a particular question, just drop down those comments in the comment section, and I will definitely answer. Otherwise, I will start how to start with content writing if you are a newbie and if you do not know anything about content writing at all. So I think if I were to tell about content writing and how does it work, what are the things that you should take care of, the first thing is, guys, that you have to understand is that content and writing are two very different things. I come across a lot of people who say that they have very good grammar skills, that they have very good English, but they are still not finding content writing assignments, or they still want to know how to build a career into content writing. To all those people, I say that, guys, there is a huge difference between writing and content writing. It comes under writing, but not necessarily it counts in content writing. When you do writing, you do it for yourself. You do not do it for anyone else. You do it just to provoke your emotions, just to express yourself. Whereas content writing is done for your clients to help them build their businesses. So the whole motive of content writing is to help your client grow their business, to earn more revenue, so that in return you can also generate good revenue out of it. So the main thing that you have to understand is, when you are writing content, you do not focus how your readers are going to react, how your readers are going to understand that. You just write it to express yourself. But when you are doing content writing for your clients, or whether you are building portfolio for yourself, you have to take care that you write it according to how your readers want. Your readers should be able to understand every word, every sentence that you are saying. And to the date, pick up any content writer that you want. You will realize why I'm saying so, because every successful content writer, a content writer who has reached at a certain level into his or her life, they write according to what their audience understands. And that is why the first mantra, the first tip that I can give you about content writing is that write in the simplest manner possible. Don't include Shashi Tharoor words which are very high vocabulary words, or words which are difficult to comprehend, difficult to understand. Don't use those particular words. Keep your writing really very simple. Whatever the topic you are writing on, whether it is politics, whether it is sports, whether finance, administration, marketing, technical, whatever you are writing, write it in the simplest way possible. Because your clients must be able to understand what you are saying, and then your clients, so the people who are going to buy products or services from your clients, they should also be able to understand what you are trying to say. Because once they understand, then only they are going to buy the product and service. So you have to understand that very clearly, that content writing has to be done in a way that the readers can understand everything that you are saying in the simplest way possible. Whereas whenever you're doing writing, you really don't care about the people. You just say that, okay, now I want to express my emotions, now I want to express myself, and that is why I will write. So this is a very important thing that a lot of writers do mistake, and that is why they feel that, okay, we are not getting any assignments, or people are not liking our content. You have to start realizing that, okay, content is the core of the business, but it has to be done in the simplest way possible. Then comes the next question, that, okay, now you have understood that content has to be done from the reader's perspective. How to actually embark on content journey. So I would suggest you that in the starting, don't worry about that you can write on this topic, or you cannot write at all on these particular topics. Just start writing whatever the topics that you are most comfortable with. So say if you're coming from MBA background, obviously marketing and administration are something that you are really close to. If you're coming from a technical background, then technical subjects like engineering or mechanical engineering, whatever the field that you belong to, you must be having a lot of knowledge about it. Whatever the field that you are most comfortable with, whatever you think that you know best, start writing on those particular topics, and slowly and gradually you will learn what other topics you can also take up, what other topics interest you most, and then you can start writing on those particular topics also. So the first and foremost thing that you have to do is to create a portfolio, because until and unless you have a portfolio, people are not going to give you projects. You have to have certain articles under your name, or at least with you, that you can show to the people and ask that, okay, I want content writing assignments from you, do you have any work for me? So create 5 to 6 or about 10 articles on the preferred topics, whatever the topics that you know the best. Create articles on them. For that, search on Google. Google should be the best friend of you. For a writer, Google is everything and anything. So search on Google, research about the topics, see what people are discussing on that particular topic that you want to write on. Take their thoughts and then write it in your own language. So by researching, it does not mean that you have to just take their particular points and copy paste them into your own articles. No, I do not mean that. You have to understand what they are trying to say, and if you agree with them, write in your article why do you agree. If you don't agree with them, write in your article why don't you agree, or what are the certain other points that you can add on. And then create articles, create at least 8 to 10 articles on the preferred topics. Once you have created those articles, and once you know that, okay, now I am ready to go out in the market, then start reaching to the clients and tell them that, okay, I have written an article on this particular topic. Send them those articles, and if they feel good about it, then ask them that, okay, tell me if you have a similar work for me, I will be happy to take that work. So you have to really understand that it becomes very important for you to have a portfolio with you, because unless you have a portfolio, clients will not trust you. And by portfolio, I do not mean that you should have a website or you should start publishing your articles somewhere. It is not necessarily important. You just have to have Google document with you, or a Google Drive folder, and start writing articles in that Google Drive folder. Start with that slowly and steadily. You can publish on platforms like Medium, or publish on other guest posts, and that is how you can start creating more and more articles under your name. But start with a Google Drive folder, and make sure that you create at least 10 articles in that Google Drive folder. And as so A person has asked that what kind of articles we should write. See, you can write any kind of articles. You can write stories, or you can write very informative articles, or you can write how to tips also. Say for example, if you are into marketing field, you can write seven type of things a person should do, or some things that marketers do not want you to tell. So you have to really think that, okay, what is your current knowledge, what is your current expertise, and accordingly you have to start creating articles. In starting, no one expects you that you create a very renowned, a very published, polished kind of article, or you create very experienced kind of articles. In starting, just start very simply, learn more about what people are talking in your particular industry or in your particular niche, and write articles on those particular topics. Slowly and steadily you will learn that, okay, these are the topics that people think I should be writing about, or these are the topics I am more comfortable into. This is the writing style, this is the writing format I am most comfortable into, and just carry forward that particular writing style. So create more experience into that writing style. But to start, I would definitely suggest that don't stop yourself. Write as much as you can, and write in as many styles as you can, because once you do more of those, then only you will understand that what are you best into. And then slowly and gradually, after a few years, you can learn that, okay, these are these are my topmost things, these are the things I'm most comfortable into, and create content more into those particular styles. But to start, don't worry, write on any topic, every topic, whatever you want to, just start writing. Because many times what happens, people think that, okay, once I become more polished, or once I start writing according to that particular person, or once I start writing how that person writes, I am going to publish those articles. Don't worry about at all, just start writing. You will learn what are the mistakes that you are committing, and then only you can rectify those mistakes. But unless you write, you cannot learn what are the mistakes that you are committing. So if you do not know anything about personal brand, and if you think I should be telling about personal brand everything from starting, because I also actually started and reached to this particular position only because of personal branding. If personal branding wouldn't have been there, probably I wouldn't have been as successful as I am today, because I invested time in personal branding. I invested time in reaching out to people, and showing them that yes, I can write good content. It becomes really very difficult to charge the premium price. So if you want to charge premium price, if you want to have very high paying clients with you, please start creating a personal brand for yourself. And the best way to create personal brand is to actually create a profile on LinkedIn and start posting content consistently over there. If you consistently post content on LinkedIn, and if you are really active and you are communicating with people, if you are building your personal brand, then you will never be short of work. You will always have a lot of work under your name, under your hand, and people are actually going to come to you and ask that, okay, we want you to write content for us, or we want you to write website content for us, or articles for us. So personal branding is really very important for you. And I think uh, LinkedIn is by far the best option right now, because one, it is a professional platform, and second, just from a job search engine, it has actually turned into a content generation platform for people, where people are creating, yeah, so where people are actually creating content, and people are building networking also, people are building new relationships with their clients. Reach out to me, then obviously I can, charge premium prices also. So then you start premium prices, then you start charging premium price. You also work with reputed media house publications, and other kind of companies who are doing very good in their own domain. So personal brand is something that, guys, if you're just starting out in content writing, or even if you have started into content writing, if you have not focused on personal branding till now, okay, we want to create content for, we I think we should be start creating content on LinkedIn. But since I write on technical topics, do you think I should create content on technical topics on LinkedIn? And I tell them, no, you don't have to necessarily create content on LinkedIn just related to technical topics. Create content on whatever the topics that you feel you should be writing about, whether it is related to politics, sports, your daily life experiences, recent brand activity that you see that you really liked. For example, what happened a couple of days ago, Virat, he challenged people to trim their beard and post their video or photo using trim at home challenge. If you saw that advertisement very closely, then Virat Kohli used a Philips trimmer over here. And coincidentally, Virat Kohli is the brand ambassador of Philips. So I think that was a very good marketing move from Philips, where they invited people, encouraged people to talk more about Philips and that trimmer, that the hair trimmer. I wrote about it on LinkedIn, that what is the observation that I had after watching that particular video, and why I think that Philips made a very good marketing move through that video, and it got a tremendous traction from the people. So if I'm a content writer, I'm not just writing about marketing, or I'm just not writing about content. I'm writing almost about everything that I can. I write about politics also. I write about the recent initiatives of Narendra Modi sir also. Then I write about sports as well. I write about conversations with my dad as well. So I write about almost any and everything that I can write about. And that is where people also realize that, okay, he is actually experimenting. People see different kind of writings from me, and people realize that he is the right person for us, and that's when people reach out to me. So personal branding is something that will help you first reach out to more people and build more sustainable relationships with them. Secondly, charge a premium amount for yourself. When you charge a premium amount for yourself, then definitely you can build a very sustainable business, and you can stand out from the competition also. So focus on personal brand, and apart from LinkedIn, what you can also do, you can go out on websites like Quora, Reddit is also there. Then you can start publishing content on Medium. You can start guest posting also on websites like Inc42, Your Story, Entrepreneur, Forbes, and BBN Times. So you can start publishing on those particular websites as well. And when people read more about you, people see your name everywhere. That's when they realize that he or she is the right person, because they know they know about a lot of things. They know how to write content, how to create content, and I think they are the best person to reach out to. And that is when people come out to you, and you can charge premium prices from them as well. So I would definitely suggest you guys that please focus on building a personal brand, and side by side create a portfolio for yourself. Slowly and gradually, when you create a portfolio for yourself, you will not have to write free sample for your clients also. Because if you're not able to show people your work, then people ask it, okay, write a free sample for us, write an article for us in 1,000 words, which we will see, we will evaluate. And that is where the exploitation also starts. So if you're focusing on building a portfolio for yourself, and if you're focusing on building a personal brand for yourself, then neither you have to create content, neither you have to create free sample for clients, and nor you will get exploited from them. Sona asked that what should be the essential components of a web content. I'm not sure if you're talking about any content that is published on a web platform, or you're speaking about website content, but I would answer from both the aspects. So when you say website content, it is not necessarily website content, rather it is website copy, because generally when you write content on website, so you don't write content on website also, you actually create copy for the website. And there is a difference between copywriting and content writing that a lot of people do not understand. When you do content writing, you do content writing to inform, educate and entertain your audience. So you do not do content writing to sell products or services or drive your people towards buying. You just do content writing to inform and educate your audience. The entire idea behind content writing is to give as many value to your people as possible. When you do copywriting, you actually persuade your people, persuade your audience to hit the call to action button and buy products or services from you. So whatever the content that is published on website, it is not content writing, it is actually copywriting. Because there, whoever comes to your website, you want them to give as many information as possible and then drive them towards the call to action button. So the end target for you is sales, and that is where copywriting comes into the effect. But whether you are doing content writing for your clients or whether you are doing copywriting for them, for your clients, the main components remain the same in both the things. One, that you should definitely be talking to your audience like you would converse to your friend. So like I'm talking to you right now, and as I'll be conversing with one of my friends, I should be writing in a similar way. It is said that you should not be writing to the bots or the algorithms. You should rather be talking to the humans. So you have to write in a very simple language. You have to keep your sentences short, crisp. You have to add a lot of punctuation marks also. The words should be really simple, and there should be excitement. There should be an adventure into each and every line that you are talking. It should not look boring, and there should not be any keywords that are stuffed unnecessarily. Because if you stuff the keywords unnecessarily, then it becomes the content for the algorithms and not for the humans. So whether you're doing copywriting on website, or whether you are creating content for your clients through articles and newsletters and other stuff, you should really be taking care of these particular aspects. That you have to write in a very conversational tone. Second, you should be writing very simple words, very simple to the point, and very crisp sentences. And you should be giving a lot of value. Whether you are doing content writing, whether you are doing copywriting, it doesn't matter. You have to give value to your clients, whosoever is reading to you. So I think these are some important points that you should take care of while doing content writing and copywriting. And then one of the components is obviously so you should not be writing in passive voice, because passive voice is something that a lot of people do not prefer, and it damages your writing flow also. So most of the sentences should be in active voice. You should try keeping the sentences, the paragraphs as short as possible. So generally, if you see my writing, any of my paragraphs is not more than 3 or 4 lines. I keep the paragraphs really very short, because that way people can consume the content paragraph and after paragraph, and they do not feel that they are getting bored out of it. So create short lines, create short sentences, create short paragraphs, and use very simple words. So these are the essential components of a website content, whether you are creating articles or whether you are creating website copies. So yeah, and then What else I can suggest to? Yeah, one more thing that guys, definitely like to suggest to those whosoever of you who are creating articles for their companies. There are a few things that you should take care of while researching, and this is something that I learned from other people. So I am actually currently running an interview series on LinkedIn. Let's Live Content, where I am interviewing the content marketing heads and the content and marketing wizards. And I published an article yesterday on LinkedIn with India's most followed growth hacker, Rohan Chaubey. Rohan mentioned something really very important that I would like to share with you guys. He mentioned something really important about research part. Now what happens whenever we are researching about a particular topic, or we have to research something on Google, we go on Google, we insert a keyword, and we see the top 10 search results only. We do not even go on the second page. Whereas what Rohan does and what I also do, we do not start with the first page, because many of the times you won't find very good information on the first page. So actually we start researching from the last page of the Google search results. That way, even if people do not have a very good SEO and people have not inserted keywords on their content, due to which their websites are not ranking on the first page of the Google search result, still you will find some very amazing information there. So that is something I would suggest to you guys as well, that when you are researching for your topics, or when you are researching for any piece of content, try to think out of the box as well. Don't just focus on the first top 10 search results of Google. Rather, go on the last page, see what people are talking about there, or go on offbeat channels like Quora, Reddit. I think Reddit is something that a lot of people do not use, but Reddit is a really very essential platform, especially if you're working with people in Europe or in America. Then I think Reddit is one of the most underrated platforms, because Reddit is an endless world of opportunities and content and conversations. You will find some amazing subreddits over there. You can go on subreddits and you can learn what people are talking about. Then Quora can be a very good platform if you are into Indian subcontinent, or for that matter into Africa, or into some parts of Europe also. Amazon, people do not go on Amazon at all, whereas I think Amazon is really a very very good resource for finding new content ideas. What happens whenever, say, if you were to write about artificial intelligence, go on Amazon, type artificial intelligence, and see what are the things that come in the search results, whether they are the books, whether any products related to artificial intelligence, and specifically do something that go into the comment section of each product and see what people are talking about there, because those are the people who have either used a particular product or read a particular book, and they have certain pain points, they have problems, or they have noticed something good about that product or that book. Try to see what people are talking about, where people are lacking behind, what are the pain points they are facing, what are the problems, what are the opportunities that you have, and start creating around those particular things. So I think Amazon is really very underrated, and you can try Amazon for finding new content ideas. um, Mansi has asked a very good question, and Mansi, I'll applaud you for this. That where I am sharing my content, it is really very important, because I feel if you're just posting, if you're just writing content without posting it anywhere, then it is not going to make any changes. It is sad that if you are creating 20% of the content, you should actually distribute, you should actually promote it like 80%. So as the phrase also goes, that content, if content is the king, distribution is the queen, and the lady rules the house. So distribution is really very important. Now if you're writing long form articles like 500 words or 1000 words or 1500 2000 words, then I think Medium and LinkedIn are really very good source. You can publish on Medium, you can publish on LinkedIn Pulse. That way a lot of people can see your content, and then slowly and gradually, when you gain more expertise and when you become more experienced at it, then you can start sending your articles to reputed publications also. But to start, Medium and LinkedIn are really very good source for sharing your content. You can also start writing. So what you can also do, what I do, like if I have written written an article on LinkedIn, like 10 LinkedIn marketing tips, I go on Quora and I see a particular question that has been asked where my answer can fit. So I just do not go on Quora and say that okay, I have to just fit my answer with any question. I see if the question is really very relevant, and whatever the blog that I have written satisfies what that question wants. If yes, then I copy paste the entire article, copy paste the entire content of the article as an answer to that question without giving any backlinks. So I do not suggest that I do not give backlinks myself also, and I do not suggest that you give any backlinks to your Quora answers, although a lot of marketers do that. So I try to pick those questions and write answers to them. That is one way how I share my content. And obviously I told about LinkedIn, Medium. Then at times I will also go on platforms like Tapchief I think is a very good platform to start publishing your content. Tapchief is relatively a newer platform as compared to LinkedIn, and also you will find less audience over there, and hence you will have much more better chances of getting visible very soon. So I think Tapchief is a very good option. Try that option too. But more than that, Medium and LinkedIn should meet all the requirements that you have regarding sharing your content. And so yeah, that these are the certain learnings that I had to share with you guys. If you have any more questions, if you want me to answer any particular question related to any particular thing, drop your questions below. Or if you think I can help you with anything else, if you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well, and I'm available on Instagram too by the name of Hardik Lashkari, so you can connect with me over there as well. So feel free if you want to ask any more questions in related to content writing, how to create personal brand, what are the tools that you might be using, what are some books that you must be reading if you want to improve your content writing. So yeah, feel free to ask those questions to me. So yeah, I think I have answered most of the questions, and just that I would like to say that at whatever level you are into your content writing field, just don't worry. Start creating content. Don't overthink. Don't chase perfection. Perfection is something that is really very subjective, and even if you create near perfect content, someone will have some problems with your content. So don't chase perfection. Just create content around whatever the things that you think interest you most, and slowly you will find your niche. So Kanishka has asked that how to find what actually one can write upon. See Kanishka, it really depends. I cannot give you that you should be writing upon these topics, these are the most profitable niche. You should really see that what are the topics that interest you most, and what are certain topics that you can research upon. Slowly it will happen that you will realize that these are the 4 or 5 topics that you are really very comfortable into, and even at 3 a.m. in the morning you can write on those topics. And certain topics that you get bored of or you really don't like to research on, skip those particular topics and just focus on whatever the topics that you are most interested into. But as of now, if you're just starting into content writing industry, or you have just spent a little time into this particular industry, just write on anything and everything possible, because many a times we do not understand what are the topics that are most favorite to us. So it becomes important that we write on almost each and every topic, anything and everything that we get into, so that we can realize that okay, these are the most favorite topics that you want to write on. So this is something I can say about choosing a particular topic or choosing a particular niche. So yeah. Alright then guys, so it was fun talking to you, and I hope I could answer some of your questions. As I mentioned, if you want to connect with me, if you have any more questions to ask, feel free to ping me on LinkedIn or on Instagram, and I will be definitely glad to answer it. Take care, bye bye, and have a wonderful evening and day. Bye.